if you watch any of my channel before, my last few videos, you'll know that I ordered the Sony 24 to 50 G lens to go on a full frame camera. And I was really considering on my trip going with APS-C, and I had that 18 to 50 Sigma lens. And it's a nice lens and does fine nearly all the time. But I found that 27 on the wide end is just not wide enough for me. I like at least a 24. If I could get away with it, I'd go 20. But 24 is about minimum as far as how wide I need it to go. So I just wouldn't feel comfortable with the 18 to 50 on the wide end. And then you're thinking, well, maybe you could just, switch lenses, take like your Tamron 11 to 20. That's still a lot set up. Yes, it definitely is a lot set up. But I hardly ever, when I get actually into the thick of, shooting and vacationing and stuff like that, I don't want to change lenses. I don't want to take the time to change lenses. I hate doing it. It's a kind of a pain in the butt and probably would never do it. And I just thought that I might be frustrated with 27 on the wide end. So that's why I didn't wind up going APS-C or using the 6700. Now with this particular lens here, I have 24 to 50 in the full frame range, and then when I go into APS-C mode, I can get out to 75. So the effective range for this is 24 to 75, which is basically the same, but just wider than the 18 to 50 from Sigma. And then you put that on like a A7CR, and you're still getting 26 megapixels for your photos that you would with the A6700. Now you're missing out on some of the video features of the A6700 for sure, because that little camera is just a little video photo beast. I mean, it is a beast of a camera. It just does everything. I'm missing out on a little bit of a video specs of this, but the photos are the exact same on this as it's opposed to that, I think, as far as I can tell. So we're going to do a quick little unboxing here and check it out. It's always exciting getting a new lens. The reason I buy stuff at Best Buy, one, if you use your credit card, you have like 2 years to pay it off, 0 interest if it's over a certain amount. And then if you're a part of the little club, which I'm definitely a part of the little club, you get a 2-year warranty on all your stuff and 60 days to return it. 60, I thought it was 45, but when I was in there, she said 60 days to return it. And I was like, 60, wow, that's a lot. So even if I wind up taking this lens to Florida, hating it, I'll have plenty of time to bring it back and get a full refund. I don't even know if they charge me a restocking fee, but that's definitely an option if I don't like this lens, and I'll know by the end of that trip whether I like it or not. But that's an impressive return policy. And I wound up buying a lot of my camera stuff from Best Buy simply because of the 0% interest and the great return policy. Anyway, just comes with a little bag. That's it. Everything else is pretty standard. Boy, this is a little bitty lens. They talk about how little it is. Wow. Wow. When you see a little lens on video, when you see the lens, let's get down here a little bit. When you see the lens, like on the videos and stuff, you really can't get a good sense for how big it is until you actually hold it in your hand. I mean, that sucker's small for a full frame lens. Wow, look at that. That is really something. I was expecting it to be bigger than this. That is like perfect. You can see up the size against like look at that. That is the 16 to 35 G Master. That's how much, I mean, that's crazy. It's actually about the same height, but man, I can tell you this thing is it's a lot heavier. Let's throw it on an ACR, a 7CR and see what we think. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see the difference there. It's about the same height, but it's a way lighter. Take a look at that on the A7CR. Look at that. That is like perfect, man. That is perfect. Perfect size. You know, with that 24-70, like I was saying, it's a good lens, and you could get it by with that on this camera for like a day or two, but 3 or 4 days of walking around Disney, that's going to get a little bit crazy. And then also with that lens, you obviously stand out because it's a massive lens. I mean, massive. I mean, you pull that thing out, people are like, oh yeah, you're some kind of pro photographer. That's what people think. So this one, I can tell you're gonna be able to be a little bit more discreet. Now I'm gonna let's throw a microphone on this camera and see what it looks like. We're at 2.8. Let's see here, and that's what we're looking like at 24 millimeters. I'm going to be honest with you, that reverse zoom in and out thing, that's going to throw me off for a while. I'm going to have to get used to that, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal once I get used to it. But how are we looking so far on the 24-50? I have the active stabilization turned on right now, so it's a little bit more cropped in than it normally would be, but this is about normal vlogging distance. Like this, how far I would normally hold the camera away from me. I don't know how wide it is, but it's not too bad. I mean, I wish it was wider, of course, but 24 millimeters, like I say, is just wide enough. It's on the edge of being too narrow, but I think you can still get away with it in most cases, and that's why I like this lens over like a 27 or 28 millimeter on the other lenses that they have out. So definitely think it's wide enough, and I'm definitely digging the size of it. Really impressed with the size. Let me know how it looks. I'm sure it looks fine. It's just a normal Sony lens. There's nothing crazy, but how's the black background looking? Oh, my gosh, we went up to 3.5 all of a sudden. We can't be in 3.5. We got to be in 2.8, bro. That's why we got this lens. We want to be at 2.8. We got to have the bokeh back here. See that car back there? It's in bokeh land. So anyway, that's what we got going on today. This 24-50. I think I'm going to like it. I think it's going to be like the perfect travel lens, to be honest with you. Compared with this A7CR, if I need to drop down into APS-C mode, no problem at all. So anyway, on to the next thing. You know, to be honest with you, I was on my way home, but I was so excited about this new lens that I wanted to stop and just take a little bit more video with it, maybe shoot just a few photos. So I came out here to the botanical garden just to kind of see what we can get. Everything's dead, so don't expect anything too great, but I just wanted to see what we get. Now we can kind of test the stabilization out on this new lens a little bit. I don't know, you know, Sony with the active stabilization. It is what it is. It's never going to be that great. But we're just going to take a few pictures, take a little video, see what we can get. And there's absolutely no color out here at all. Maybe these trees back here. Maybe we can find something with some color out here. I don't know. Might just have to take a picture of my truck. We'll see. We'll test the stabilization kind of walking like this. Let's move out to 24. I'm telling you that moving in and out, the opposite zoom is going to be really weird. And something for me to get used to, but it'll be okay. Obviously there's nobody out here today. It's not too bad. It's just a little over 50 degrees, which not too bad. Just got a little light puffer on, a hoodie, but tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 30s or 20s or something terrible like that. So this is pretty much the last day, and this will be the last day, pretty much the only day I'll get to play with this lens for a while. So how are we looking so far? I don't know. Gosh. Everything's just brown. Everything's brown. Kind of depressing, to be honest with you. You know, when this lens first came out and people were doing videos about it, I was like, this lens makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. Like, I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. 24 to 50. Who's going to buy that? Sometimes things don't make sense till you get them out and actually use them, you know? And I put this thing on my A7CR, and it's like, boom, light bulb goes off. Like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. A lens like this on a camera like the A7CR, man. I think I'm really going to like it. But anyway, only time will tell. Only time will tell. And I have 60 days to take it back. So if I absolutely hate it, I can always just take it back to Best Buy, get a free full refund on it. So absolutely no worries, no risk involved for me. So that's kind of a nice little deal. But I think that's enough for today. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.